after the flight in the Alps. It's been hard to suppress my enthusiasm, but it's just how things go. It's what gliding does to you, I think. Hello and welcome to Delft. Today's a wonderful day and I can't get the smile off my face because today's video will focus purely on the Arcus. I've always been a bit of a fan of Champherth and of the Arcus, and I've also heard that something new might be coming out of the factory rather soon. You have to stick around to hear the whole story, but for now, a very warm welcome to what is a new episode of Flying Simon. So, before everything kicks off, story time. It all started in September when I got a message from Francois, who was working at Champherth, asking me if I wanted to fly the Arcus. Now, I didn't need any time to reply to this. I immediately said yes, and that weekend I made my first start on the Arcus. Now, that start, it was only 20 minutes, and it made me a lot more greedy. So don't get me wrong, it was a wonderful flight, but I immediately felt like flying it in South Africa maybe one day, or somewhere above the Alps. So when I got this for Christmas, this piggy bank, as sort of a joke, I decided to write with big letters on it, Arcus. Now of course, this was a bit of a joke, but what I didn't realize back then was that this was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Because in this movie, we will fly the Arcus above the Alps. We'll speak with some of the world's best pilots who are flying the Arcus. But what better way to kick things off than go to the birthplace of Arcus? See, we're here in Germany. We've made it to Kirchheim at the Champherth headquarters. And today, Tilo and Ralf will be telling us everything there is to know about these things, the Arcus. I'm hugely excited to get to know all their experiences, and I'll take you along for the ride. How did you ever come to the name Arcus?
That's a good question.
I think, yeah, the O's came from the start because the first glider that our late father constructed was the Nimbus. And Nimbus is a cloud name, and it was followed by Cirrus because it's another cloud name, and actually it was my mother's idea to come up with the names, and then came the first two-seater built in composite was the Janus, which is a Greek god with two faces. So again, my mother's idea, followed by the Ventus, which we still built, and then the Arcus was the wing shape of the Arcus, basically.
Yeah,
and
we must admit, I mean, the first idea of my mother for the Arcus was a different name, but it simply didn't really fit. And then we sat together and looked to this extreme wing shape of the glider and said, oh, it looks like a bow. Bow! Arcus, that's it! Yeah.
That's how you came to it. When was the first time you flew Arcus?
First flight.
The first flight?
Yeah.
How did it feel?
This is really awesome. I flew it then immediately. We started the initial testing, and but already after being airborne, already in a few meters altitude, we know already that the glider was flying very nice and actually met our expectations. I remember I was one flight, I pushed a bit too hard and I found myself in a very tricky part of the Black Forest at the ridge altitude, and I had to work myself out with the glider, well, you have you don't know how it handles on the ridge, low altitude, but then I really know.
You fell in love.
That's it.
You fell in love with it.
Now that trip to Kirchheim was really amazing, and I think maybe every pilot should do it one day, because it just makes you appreciate the gliders a lot more. And what it also did, it made me very keen to fly the Arcus myself. So you can imagine my excitement when I flew to the south of France to fly the Arcus. Welcome to the south of France. As you can see, we've made it here to Vinon, where we have the first chance to experience the Arcus. This is the one we'll be flying. It is Erik's second Arcus. This one is here in the south of France. The other is in the Netherlands. Weather is set out to be quite good. It's at least warmer than it is in the Netherlands. So let's just see what the day will bring.
My name is Erick Borgman. I love gliding here in the Alps. With a group of 9 we have 2 Arcuses, and one is stationed in the Netherlands and the other one here in Vinon. It's beautiful flying here in the Alps, and the Arcus is perfect for that.
Flying in the Alps, it's quite indescribable. They always say that if you become a bit too joyous, then maybe you don't have enough oxygen. But I was really in doubt if I didn't have oxygen or if I just really enjoyed the flight. We just came back. So what you see here is someone who's completely overexcited and forgot about the wind that day. So this is completely inaudible. So just to summarize what I said here, I thought that the flight was rather amazing, and that my journey would continue at Saint-Auban, where I would speak with Erick Napoleon and the Pôle Espoir.
My name is Erick Napoleon. I'm the French trainer. So this week we have the French junior training. And this training camp here in February like this is to fly in a mountain area.
Okay.
To start in the season.
What is your best memory of Arcus?
A lot of memory with Arcus. Because the first thing is when you are teachers, it's a nice glider with a load because it's easy. It's a simple glider. A lot of memory because it's good in the poor weather, and it's exciting machine when the weather is strong.
My most memorable flight was in the Arcus last year with Kylian Valbrou in the European. It was a task we won. and it was actually really good weather. And what I really enjoyed in the Arcus was the fact of it restitutes really well energy when you get into the thermal with a lot of speed. You don't have to thermal a lot. You can take a lot of speed just pulling on the stick and recovering your energy.
I like this. You have the feeling of the air mass, and you can really fly through the most favorable areas with this glider.
So that's it. That concludes the Arcus story. I thought it was quite amazing, but what better way to finish it off than with whom it all started? Francois, welcome.
Thank you. So, what do you think of Arcus?
I think it's an amazing aircraft. I didn't really know what to expect when we started the project, but yeah, it's really an amazing aircraft, and I think it's my sort of goal for in the future. So I brought the piggy bank with.
Can I already take it from you?
Well, it's not filled yet. I think I have to fill it, and then I'll give it back to you.
Get it from you as soon as possible then.
You will. But since you're here now, can you tell us a bit more about the new Arcus, maybe?
I cannot tell you a lot, but I think it's all we know from Arcus, but then even better.
And do you know when we'll get more information about the Arcus?
All information will be revealed on Friedrichshafen, the Messe 2019.